1 million subscribers. That is insane. I honestly can't believe the Lockdown army has grown this much. And now passing 1 million subscribers means YouTube are gonna send me a shiny gold award. The only problem is, it can sometimes take months to arrive, and I definitely can't wait that long. So instead, I had the genius idea of building a massive 1 million subscriber gold award in my hardcore build, meaning we need a crazy amount of gold. And we're starting with none. Great. Luckily for us, we have this really OP gold farm. So let's just smack one of these guys. And now all we have to do is sit here and passively collect thousands of gold. So now we're 3 hours into phase 1 of this project. Speaking of which, let's see how much we actually managed to get. How is that all we got in 3 hours? That is a very big problem, because it basically means this massive farm is useless. But thankfully, after some very intense research, I think I found a solution. We're gonna build this gold farm by Dash Pump 4 that has to be the most OP gold farm I've ever seen. It's so powerful that it gives us over 1,000 gold blocks per hour. The only catch is we have a lot of items to collect. So I guess let's start with the easier blocks like 4 carpet. And then we'll move on to the harder blocks later. Now we need 6 of them glowing stone blocks. Ooh. And now for some reason, we need 22 boats. That's a lot of boats. Now we need a bunch of these green cubes to dye. And now we can use a bunch of their balls to craft up some blocks. And then we can also layer the balls on top of pistons to get sticky pistons. All right, now I'm probably just going to go through my sorting system and tick off all the rest of the easy blocks. Now, if we just grab a couple more shulker boxes, we can move on to the medium tier items. First of all, this farm's going to collect so much gold that we need 65 chests per hour the farm's running. And I want to go AFK for overnight, so let's say 10 hours, meaning we need a massive 650 chests. Luckily, we have this really overpowered wood farm. So if we just fill it up with bone meal, then all I need to do is click this. Oh wait, we need a sapling. Let's go. All right, now all we need to do is click this and click here. Okay, and if we combine them with the chest we already had, we have a little over double what we need, which is perfect because we also need hoppers. So if we head over to spawn, we can use this beautiful iron farm to get not only all the hoppers we need, but also all the iron blocks we need. Perfect. And now, seeing as it's night, we might as well use our really high-tech string farm. And that's the string complete. Now this farm requires lots of wooden items like fences, but because we're building it in the nether, we need to build it out of nether wood so that the farm doesn't burn down. This stuff will do. There's the trapdoors, here's the fences, and finally, the fence gates. Okay, and now it's finally time to move on to the harder blocks. We'll start with 17 honey, and the only hard thing about this is we need to travel all the way to the end to get to the honey farm. But at least we get to see my favorite build. Speaking of which, I've been working really hard to release this, my 1 million subscriber poster. And it's themed around my solar system build, complete with Elon Husk, my dog Mark, and of course me. So join the 1 mil club by getting this poster with the link below. They're only going to be available for a limited time, and there's a limited amount too. So make sure you get one now, because once they're gone, they are gone forever. And I've made sure the quality of them is amazing, and I'm personally going to sign every single one by my hand to make them extra special. So don't miss out if you really want one, because I'm not sure if I'll ever be doing this again. Anyways, let's go to the honey farm. Hello, Mr. Bees. Thank you for the honey. Okay, so that's the easiest hard block done. Now they're gonna get a lot harder. The next one is 4,000 building blocks. And in my head, this farm is made out of stone, so we're gonna use this machine. Wow, this is exciting content. Alright, that is the 4,000 stone we're gonna need. Next up, we need 18 turtle eggs. And I think I know just where to get them. If I remember correctly, I think we have a turtle breeding station somewhere around here. There it is. Wow, it's so beautiful. Ooh, some free turtle eggs. Silk touch. 4 down, 14 more to go. Is there any turtles left in here? No. Alright, we've spotted the turtles. Now we need some of the seagrass. Cheers to the rescue. Oh my god, there's so many turtles. All right, now if I hold this in my hand, they should follow me. Nice. Come on, turtles. Follow me. And we'll make a little turtle hole. Make sure it's nice and comfortable for them. Come into the turtle hole. You know you want to. Yes. Turtle number 2. Perfect. Keep them coming. That's 3 turtles, but we can definitely do better than that. There's so many around here. Okay, now that we've got 6 turtles in the hole, it's time for a turtle breeding montage. Give me a turtle egg. Oh, he's making an egg. Yes. I just hit an egg. Yes. There's 4 more eggs. Why have these guys not made any eggs? Come on, guys. I need more eggs. Yes. Yes. Leave my turtles alone. They're trying to steal the eggs. More eggs. Only 7 more eggs to go. Oh my god. They're going insane. Yes. I hit an egg. 2 more eggs. Come on. You can do it. All right, we only need 2 more eggs. Yes! Oh my god. The last 2 turtle eggs. Can I have them? Yes. I'll leave you with 1 egg. And for our last material, the only thing we need is 10,000 of these blocks. Wait, that's going to take ages. Well, there's 4. Now, after searching around online, I realized there's not really any shortcuts when it comes to getting this quantity of magma blocks. So I just had to jump into the nether and get grinding. Hours and hours went by, but eventually we had our 10,000 magma blocks. So now we have absolutely everything we're gonna need to build this farm. But we can't just build it anywhere. It needs to be built on the nether roof, above a nether wasteland biome. But the thing is, it can't be close to any of my portals because that will literally break the farm. So now let's try and find a wasteland biome. Oh, all right, this looks like a decent place. I don't see any of my portals around here. Now we just need to get onto the roof. Nice. But before we start building, I've noticed that it's quite dark. So let me turn the light on. Perfect. All right, now we can get building. So first we need like a nether portal cube. Now we need to build slightly taller nether portals going from here all the way up to there. And now we build the last portal, connect them up, and put slabs on it so no pigmen can spawn on here. Now it's turtle egg time. So I think we do something like this, and we place glass on here, then a turtle egg on top. Now time to repeat that 16 more times. Okay, now we need to surround the eggs with trapdoors so that the pigmen can't destroy the eggs. And now we get to open them, so I'm gonna fall all the way down there. And of course, we need to do that on the rest of the sides. Okay, next we need to build the actual spawning platforms. So 7 out and 5 on each side. Then we do this on every side. And now we connect these up with diagonal lines. And now we just fill it in. Wait, I know these magma blocks don't do much damage, but if we're going to be doing this for all of these layers, then I think we need to find a solution. And because I'm an experienced Minecraft veteran, I know the solution. We need the Frostwalker enchant that will make it so we take no damage on magma blocks. Ooh, these diamond boots have Frostwalker too. Is that good enough? I guess there's only one way to find out. Yes, no damage. Oh, this is so good. But I'm on day 4,000, so diamond is definitely not going to be good enough. Why do I keep my netherite in a random chest? Oh, that's much better. And we'll also do my axe. All right, little lockdown life, let's build some spawning platforms.
Let's do it.
And that's the first shulker placed. We've got a long way to go. And that is shulker box number 2. We're not even halfway, and my finger is starting to hurt. I'm sure it'll be fine. There's shulker box number 3. And shulker number 4. Shulker number 5. And with the last layer complete, it's time to move on to the glass bits. So, whilst I was building the layers, these guys had the amazing idea of dyeing the glass. And we're going to go with orange glass to fit the general aesthetic. So for this, we're going to need some bones from our wither skeleton farm. Now we'll just turn these bones into bone meal. Then we're going to need loads of red dye. And of course, loads of yellow dye. Because if you didn't know, red plus yellow equals orange. Nice. Okay, now our glass is orange. Let's place it so ghasts can't spawn up here. Now, for some reason, we need to place string around this entire platform. Yeah, I've got no idea why it needs string, but I guess let's just do what it says. All right, now that we've got that, we can move on to the next stage of the build, which is actually linking the portal to the overworld. But if we get this wrong, it will break the entire farm. So we really need to make sure we get this right. Okay, so these are the chords. We need to light the portal and go through and find 8 times these coordinates. So we just break this portal. Okay, now we're here at the right coordinate. So we need to tower up to y equals 179. Okay, now we need to make a 2 wide and 3 tall nether portal. Leave me alone. Okay, now we light it and it should link to the one on the other side. Perfect. Now we build a soul sound platform on each side of this portal. And now to surround this with a massive wall. And I've just realized this entire thing is facing the wrong direction. Okay, now that everything's facing the right direction, we need to build this out 2 blocks this way. Then we need to add a 2 high wall on the back and sides. Place a bunch of temporary blocks here and some more here. Now we need water against this entire back wall. Why is it turning into ice? That's kind of not good. If this breaks the farm, I'm going to be so annoyed. Let's just ignore the ice for now and we break these. Ah, the ice is so annoying. No. That's not meant to be like that. What is happening? Why is this turning into ice? Wait, if I had torches here, the ice shouldn't be able to form, I don't think. Maybe torches here? Yes! I think I fixed it. Now we can get rid of these. Place a temporary block there. And then one there. And the same on the other side. Now this needs to go. All right, now we're going to swim down here. And we're going to use some of the bone meal we got earlier. We're going to place down some kelp. Not there, and there. And then we need to bone meal every single one. And I am drowning. Nice. And now we just need to do the same thing on the other side. Perfect. And now we can break all the kelp. If this works, we should be carried to the very top. Nice. It looks like it's working. All right, now we need to go down here 15 blocks. Then we place a line of honey here. Next up, we need to build an 11 wide and 3 tall nether portal. Slime blocks here and a row of furnaces on top of it. All right, now we're adding the part that's going to push the piglins into the portal. So piston and a comparator, then 1 hopper here. And 1 hopper here. And we can add 1 random block into this. And now this is running and it will push all the piglins into the portal. Okay, now all this water is getting quite annoying. So let's add some blocks here and use our fence gates. Bruh. Okay, now once this water's gone, we can light the nether portal. And now it's time to build another giant wall. Okay, now we've got a drop chute. We can add a roof to this. Nice. We can move on to the killing chamber where hundreds of thousands of pigmen are going to die so that I can get their gold. Okay, this is probably the most complicated part of the build, so we need to make sure we get it right. We need to break this so we don't get any pigmen going through before the farm's finished. Okay, now we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out and break a 4x2 hole like this. Now we're building a glass tube up to Y level 250. Now we need to build a fat-bottomed nether portal, which looks like that. All right, this should connect to the big overworld portal. Nice. Now we need to build out 32 blocks, 31, 32, and build yet another nether portal. We need to go through here, go 2 blocks this way, and build yet another nether portal. Thank God we mined all the end pillars. All right, now let's just check that they're all linked up correctly. Okay, this one's right, and this one's right. Okay, now we add some fences here. And here, then some walls. Now we need to head through this portal and come over here and break this portal. Yeah, not gonna lie, this is kind of hurting my brain now. And now for some reason we need to build a system that dispenses boats. What is going on? Yeah, this part was a bit confusing, but it turns out all I needed to do was build this machine and then flick this lever a bunch of times and light the portal. And the boats are gone. Okay, now we're back here and we need to break this side of the portal. What's the point in building all these portals if I'm just going to break them? Right, now we just need to, like, push the boat around a couple of times. Yay, the boats are in the hole. Why is that important again? Well, LockDownLife, I'm glad you asked. There's something called a mob cap, which basically means the amount of mobs that can exist at one time. So in order to make sure this farm is really fast and produces the maximum amount of mobs, we need to make sure the mob cap is never reached. And one way to do this is with boats, because when mobs get into boats, they don't count towards the mob cap, which means we'll be able to kill more piglins at the same time and in return get much more gold. All right, thanks, voice in my head. Anyways, we can now break this bottom boat. Then we can break this and repair the portal. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing again with the boats, but on the other side. And now these boats are too hot, so let's cool them down. And this portal's too tall, so let's lower the base and chop off its head. Perfect. Now we'll place glass on the top of here because we don't want anything to spawn. And we can finally get rid of this portal and get rid of the boat dispensing machine. And now we put glass at the back of this portal. Then we place 4 trapdoors like this. 1, 2, 3 fences and a turtle egg on here. Okay, this next bit's going to be quite fun. We place an armor stand here. Wait, why did the turtle egg break? BRB. Okay, let's try that again. Nice. And then we can just place the turtle egg. Here we'll go slab, sand, cactus. We'll surround this area with a bit of glass. Now we can add some trapdoors here. And our killing chamber is complete. So now the farm is pretty much completely functional. But if we switched it on, the gold wouldn't be collected anywhere. So we need to build a massive storage system that can hold thousands of gold. The collection system is going to start here underneath the boats. 4 glass directly under here. And then 2 more layers of glass over here. Then we extend this down by 1 block. Now we place sticky pistons here and then carpet in front. Okay, now we place some blocks here, some repeaters going into the pistons, and then some redstone here. And now we break 7 random pieces of glass. Nice. Fill this in with some blocks, add a lever here, then beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep. Boop. And this is our on and off switch for our sorting system. Oh wait, we need to connect it. Perfect. Now we need some redstone stuff over here. Now I'm going to make a square out of 4 different types of blocks. Then we'll make sure this honey is nice and lit. And now we're going to cover this all in glass so that no blocks escape. And then I continue to wire the redstone for the rest of the sorting system. Okay, now we're going to build the sorting system that will separate the gold nuggets from the gold ingots. So first we need a line of hoppers going straight into the ice. Then 2 hoppers going into each one of the chests. All right, this is the important redstone part. Okay, that's the redstone. Now we just need to add the actual physical filters. So we add some gold ingots there, and then all the rest is gold nuggets. Okay, nice. They're all stopped at 41, which means they are working. Okay, now we're gonna add the place where all of the gold swords are gonna go to get burned. Nice. Let's just check it works. Okay, this farm is now really close to being complete. We just have a few finishing touches to do, like getting rid of all of the temporary blocks, placing in all of the chests and hoppers we're gonna need, making ourselves a beacon so we don't starve to death, and finally lighting every single portal in the farm. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's turn this on, head up here, and now I just turn the auto clicker on, and hopefully in 10 hours we should have all the gold we need. Okay, it's been 10 hours and we now have over 1 million gold nuggets and also tens of thousands of gold ingots. All we need to do now is go through the painstaking process of converting nuggets into gold blocks. And I think this is going to take at least a couple of hours. So let's get to work. Alright, I finished crafting and we now have just over 10 full shulker boxes of gold blocks, which is nearly 17,000 blocks of gold. So I think it's fair to say that phase 1 is complete. And it's time to move on to phase 2, which is planning the build. We need to find a good location for the build and work out the size and proportions of the build. It needs to be in a place where you can clearly see how big it is. So there needs to be stuff like trees or maybe a village around. And I definitely prefer a green biome. Ooh, this village could be a good way to show scale. What if we built it just behind the village so you'll be able to see just how big it's actually going to be? Although it would be nice if this was a bit more flat. Okay, this shovel's pretty good, but I think for the rest of this, we're going to use a bit more of an explosive shovel. And yes, I renamed a bunch of TNT to Explosive Shovel. And after cleaning up the area, I got rid of some of the ugly grass and planted a bunch of saplings for scale. And just like that, we have our location. Now we need to work out how big this thing is actually gonna be. But before we do that, it's important we found out the proportions of the YouTube Gold Award. That way we can make it as accurate as possible. Now I thought this part was gonna be as easy as just Googling the size of the YouTube Gold Award. So I tried it and nothing useful came up. It just said we needed to reach 1 million subscribers to get the play button, which I already knew. So I tried swapping around the words and searching for the actual dimensions of the play button, but it just kept on coming up with more useless information. And once I thought I found the dimensions, I realized these were for the silver play button. It got to the point where I had spent hours searching and I was still no closer to the answer, which is when I realized I needed to think outside of the box. So at first I tried messaging YouTube support, but they weren't very helpful. And then I thought if I could find someone who had a YouTube Gold Award, I could ask them to measure it and then find out the exact dimensions from them. The only problem is only about 30,000 people in the entire world have a YouTube Gold Award. But luckily, I had one of them added on Discord. So I spoke to SB on Discord and asked him if he wouldn't mind sharing the dimensions of his YouTube Gold Award. And thankfully, only a few minutes later, he responded with the exact centimeter proportions. So thank you so much, SB. So now we can use these proportions to work out the exact size of the build, which is actually going to be 160 blocks tall and 132 blocks wide.
Wow.
Which means if we times them both together, we get the amount of gold blocks we need. 21,120. We need 4,000 more gold blocks, which will only take about 3 hours with this farm, but it would have taken the other farm over 30 hours. This farm is so good. Okay, so now that we've got all the gold, it's time to move on to phase 3, actually building the giant YouTube Gold Award. This is gonna take a while. First block down, over 20,000 more to go. And my finger is still kind of hurting from building that farm. This is not gonna do it any good. 130, 131, 132. All right, that is the first layer complete. Now we just need to do that 159 more times. Oh, we better get grinding. 2 layers at a time is gonna be faster. But do you know what's even faster than placing 2 blocks at a time? Placing 3 blocks at a time. Although this does require me to click really, really fast. I'm sure that won't be a problem. Oh, my forearm is actually really hurting. This is painful. Right, I only have to do this for about 2 more hours. All right, yeah, no, I can't do this. My forearm is literally on fire right now. Yeah, so at this point, I had to go back to the drawing board because it literally is not feasible to click for that long. I was thinking that I could spread out the building over a couple of days to give my forearm a chance to recover, but I don't actually have too much time left to finish this video. But then I remembered we have the auto clicker that we used for the farm. If we could somehow set this up in a way where it places blocks instead of attacking pigmen, then we should be able to do this a lot faster. So I spent some time figuring it out, and now I think I finally got it to work. Okay, I'm literally not touching my mouse and this is working perfectly. It's a tiny bit slower, but at least my forearms can rest easy. Now let's make some progress. Alright, it's been about an hour, and as you can see, we've made a lot of progress. But this now presents a new problem, because on the award, there's this middle reflective part that's different to everywhere else. But I wasn't sure where to put it on the actual build, so I came up with the genius idea of putting a picture into Photoshop and just measuring the dimensions from there. I also used a creative world to test out the material that we're going to build the middle part out of, because it's reflective like a mirror, and there's no mirror blocks in Minecraft. And in my opinion, black glass seemed to look the best. And I've used some genius math to work out that we need 3,456 black glass, meaning a lot of these guys are about to die. This brightness setting makes it so easy to see the squids. There's literally nowhere they can hide. Alright, that's all the black dye we're gonna need. And for the glass, we can use our sand duper. And now our spaceship will generate us all the sand we need. Now that we've got the sand, and head over to our asteroid and get all the glass we need. And now that we've got our glass, we'll convert it into black stained glass. So now let's get back to building. We're making some good progress, but we need to turn this rectangle bit into more of a rounded rectangle. This is gonna be kinda difficult because Minecraft is made out of squares. I'm trying to make the curve as smooth as possible, but I don't know if I'm doing this right. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then We do that. Ooh, okay. That's actually quite a smooth curve. What would that look like on all sides? That is one smooth rectangle. Now let's just quickly finish off the top. So it's time to add the black glass. And I've got my calculations completely wrong, and it's the complete wrong shape. Great. Okay, and now all we need to do is use our genius calculations to add the play button to there. And then the build will be complete. But before I unveil the final result, I want to say a massive thank you to every one of you that have got the Lockdown Army to 1 million members. You guys have literally changed my life, and I'm not sure where I'd be without you. And to think my first video was this terrible ARC tutorial where you could barely even hear my voice.
Hey guys, and welcome to the first video of my Lockdown channel.
Then I transitioned to Bed Wars videos, which were actually pretty fun.
If I go like this.
And finally blew up with my 100 Days Duo series with gamers.
We survived 100 days of hardcore Minecraft. So, you've seen all the I survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft videos. Well, this video is a little bit different. We put a twist on it. The difference being that we are doing it with 2 people instead of 1. That means if either one of us...
And now I'm doing massive projects like building the entire solar system. And speaking of the solar system, don't forget to use the top link in the description to buy yourself the limited edition 1 million subscriber solar system poster. Anyways, thank you guys so much, and here is the 1 million subscriber gold award in Minecraft. Thank you guys so much for watching. You'll like these videos next.